As we've got to this stage, I'm going to do all four at the same time. Plenty of silicone in. Behind there we don't need to put red plugs because we've got wood. Wood's going to screw straight into it. Plenty of silicone around it, make sure you fill every single hole. Any hole wants silicone in. Be like any hole's a goal. Then here, I'm going to squirt silicone in the hole what I've just drilled. Then I'm going to push my plug in it. Normally I'd use foam, but it's a bit tight that. And I don't want it all over. Don't forget, plenty of silicone. Plenty of silicone around. Yeah. Then we can get his plug in the hole into the breeze block that we've just drilled. Beautiful. Push them in flat there. Don't get your fingers wet. Get the bracket, slide it in, that'll push it in. Get the other bracket, make sure it's dry on back. Push it in. And then, same with the other side. Get your bracket. Always make sure you know which is left and right bracket what you're putting on. Because the holes might be different drilled. Pull that one on. Yep. Put that one on, and then now I'm going to get some decent screws to go through there. Some decent screws in there, we're going to knock them in, then we're going to screw that in, and then we're going to put a load of silicone on that and put caps on. Then I'm using some 3-inch 4s, or there might even be 5s each. Make sure you hammer that plug on in there, right on. And then before you screw it up, some silicone around that, silicone around that, and that. Make sure you fill every single gap, every single gap. Then get it in line, just screw it up. It's as easy as that. Then I'm using 3-inch, push your plug in, more silicone around it, screw it in. Then what we'll do, take them off, wrapper's tape round the olive, like so. Always wrap it the way you're going to be screwing it in, otherwise the tape will come off it. Pull the olive out gently, wrap it round it. Make sure there's not going in the pipe. There's plenty on there for that. This just guarantees when this shower is getting touched and moved, it's not going all over. And squash all your silicone in. Squash all your silicone in. Move all the tape off the inside edge. And then that olive will just push back into that. Beautiful. Take gloves off, I can't work in the gloves there. Then, for that one, I'm just giving you lads an example on TikTok because it's only a minute video. Make sure your thread is off. Then just screw your fitting on. screw your fitting on, tighten it up with your little silver spanner which I've got in there, which my mate ain't got me out, because that's what sort of lad he is. Do you know what I mean? You don't think. We're only doing 4 sets in the car. Should be like surgeons.
Can't film them, don't we?
Yeah, I think that is. That is for them babies. Just on the edge there. Now because we put tape on it, we can nip it nice and tight. But before that, we need to get some grips on there because we don't want to be twisting that and breaking it at the same time. Beautiful. Make sure there's no in there because you don't want no going in your valve. Like so. I can do with a bigger spanner really, but these will do until I get one. I've been saying that for 20 years. Tighten it up like that. You've got to have 3 fingers. My Rockenberg spanners don't do this. Nice. Nice and tight like that. Beautiful. And make sure the silicone's all around the top of it. Do that on every single one of them and you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong, that'll never leak. You'll never have an issue. Can't come off wall. Beautiful. We'll do that on all 4. Jobs are good. And then for this end, same again, but I've got wood there. Look how easy that is. How easy that is. Screwing that into that wood what I put in there. Beautiful. It's a lot easier when you put some wood in. Screw that in, take them off the same. Don't worry about if that's twisted slightly, it don't make a difference. Tape it the way you're going to be screwing it in. It's a lot easier doing this when you're forward. That'll do. Pull that and back. Same again. I do this religiously on every single one. Not that I'm religious, but I do it.
I'm going to church this morning.
No. I am in church. This is my church. Bathrooms, kitchens. Slide the olive back on. Make sure your pipe's clean. Slide the olive back on. Make sure your pipe clean. You always have to make sure you clean it because you're knacking the valves. Get its fitting on. Get its fitting on. I have actually ordered a spanner for this, which I found, but I don't know if it's going to open wide enough. I've got wide spanners, but they don't tend to open wide enough. You could try to do it without it, but you might smash it down. Because that screw will be forcing on that tile, which will be straining it. And on a ceramic tile, you definitely crack it. And just go over it again. And then on this end, with nose pipe centres are bang level. With these on, you've got to make sure that when you put that bracket on, it's fairly square, otherwise you're not going to get the square on. And it'll be bowed. Screw it on tight like that. Beautiful. Make sure it's all in line. give it a little clean, make sure there's no on it. Put your washers in your tap, pull your tap on. You get your first fix bang on, second fix has to be bang on. Like so. Screw them in as much as you can when without a spanner. Then you don't have to touch them with a spanner until the last minute. Always use a set of movers, otherwise you scratch it. Don't over tighten them because you split the washer. This looks a little bit bigger than the other one. Gentle, just gentle, always gentle. That's the last thing you want to do is scratch it, cut up with chrome. That's it, beautiful. And there you go, one bath tap. Give it a clean. Lovely. See how nice they are? Give it a look, make sure it's level. Can't go wrong. See how nice that is? See how firm it is as well? You could swing on that. You got to think, when they've got kids and people grabbing hold of it, if you don't screw stuff up properly, there'll be movement, and there's no movement in that. So if someone pulls that off all, it will be their own fault, because that is bolted. It's not a tool to pull yourself up with, it's a tap to turn on, turn off, fill the bath. Very simple, beautiful. Beautiful. Now we do the shower. Now all we're doing, because I ain't run both of these taps, I only run the hot to fill the bath. We're just going to fire water through it quickly. As soon as my mate finds stop tap. That's it, Lee! Just clean it out before you put a cartridge on, because if there's any bits in there you don't want it going into the shower. Then your washers, see how he's got that donut on it? Fibre washer, hot's always on the left hand side. That's why you cut your pipe slightly into this fitting, otherwise you squash your washer. Then if you've got your centres right, sometimes it's a bit tricky just getting it on just that thread, because that washer's moving about inside. So screw one side on and then get the other side. Don't tighten it up until you get both of them on. Then tighten it up. Beautiful. Use a decent spanner. To tighten them up so you don't scratch them. Never tighten them too tight. I've just split the washer. There you go. We'll turn water on, test it. Should be all live. Beautiful. See all them little green bits in that bath there? That's all fluxes, that. So if you want to flush it out, that'd be in your cartridge. That's why it's so important to flush it out first before you put your shower on. Then you put your shower on, turn water on, look at that, beautiful. Same with the bath, we've done that already. Beautiful.